Don't forget to tag us at Junction City Wrestling if you're taking any photos and posting them. And now, everyone, for the first time in Junction City Wrestling history, the following contest is a steel cage match. And is for the South American Heavyweight Championship. The rules are as follows. The only way to win is by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage with both feet touching the ground. There are no countouts. There are no disqualifications. The only way out is over the top or through the door. To demonstrate, I will now climb. No. We'd be here for 7 hours. The first competitor to score a pinfall, make their opponent submit, or successfully escape the cage will be declared the winner. Introducing first, the challenger. From Brantford, Ontario, weighing in at 203 pounds, the self-proclaimed Brantford Rattlesnake, Pretty Ricky Wilde.
Here we go, folks. It's Junction City Wrestling brutality from Rainhard Brewing and Shacklands Brewing parking lot. Featuring a steel cage. The first ever steel cage here at Junction City Wrestling. Sometimes a rivalry is so fierce, a disagreement so heated, the only way to solve it is between chain link. Making his way to the ring and into the cage is my erstwhile commentary partner, Pretty Ricky. Now, you might notice some gold around his waist. I don't think he earned it. But that's the South American Heavyweight Championship belt, which of course belongs to Salsa King. Pretty Ricky stole that. Will he steal this match today? Well, he'll have nowhere to hide. He'll have no help from Mr. Black, the classic champion. Because he's going to be locked between four walls of steel.
Well, look what we've found here in the Junction. For the first time in my life, standing here in this ring, in front of you people, I actually feel safe. Because you people belong in a cage. And where I'm sitting right now, you are all perfectly where you belong, locked up as the violent, vile criminals, deceitful, untruthful citizens that you have remained for the last 5 years, and honestly, since the very time that you were born. But it is all right. You have a role model. You have somebody you can look up to that will grace you with your presence if paid enough here in the heart of Toronto. That one name is, of course, Pretty Ricky Wilde. Thank you. Thank you. Now, of course, this cage was brought here this afternoon to try to keep people outside of the ring. They want to try to keep my associate, the Junction City Wrestling Champion, Mr. Black, outside of this ring during the match. But ladies and gentlemen, you know I am a valiant athlete, and I need no help dominating and ruling this ring. Thank you. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, there is a piece of bad news today, because the last time that myself and Mr. Black were in this city, we broke the ankle of the Salsa King. He wants to dance, but he is hobbling. I've heard from a very reliable source that limping ain't easy. And if you had to ask someone, you can ask the Salsa King, because he's a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest against the best butt kicker in the planet, Pretty Ricky Wilde. So instead of a cage match here today, I do love the ceremony, the pomp and circumstance, but ultimately, the Salsa King is going to come out here today and he is going to forfeit this match so that I can continue on my reign forever and ever as the United States of America champion. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And his opponents, weighing 207 pounds, from Medellin, Colombia, he is the South American heavyweight champion, Salsa King!
Well, folks, after those heartwarming sentiments, you gotta think Pretty Ricky is pretty happy to be inside that steel cage and protecting himself from these fans, the greatest fans here at Junction City Wrestling. We shall see what condition the Salsa King is in. Of course, he had quite a beating at the hands of Mr. Black, Pretty Ricky, who are making his way to the ring on crutches. Never a good sign. Really trying to get his way up those steps. Goodness, not the most successful thing in the world here, folks, a pro wrestling ring. Let alone one that's bathed in steel. Could this spell the end for Salsa King's dancing days? That's what it's all about there, folks. Not the United States Championship, not the North American Championship, the South American Championship, which is, of course, rightfully owned by the Salsa King, but he needs a cage to make sure that he gets that back. But Pretty Ricky might actually win it for real this time. He can escape the cage, get a pinfall or a submission. There we go, folks. The door is being locked. The bell has been rung. What goes on inside that cage is between those two men now. I have no love lost.
Ed, can I tell you, being inside that cage is like a whole different world.
It's truly intimidating, folks, what's this?
What is this?
Salsa King. Does he have a spring in his step, T-Bernie?
Is the power of salsa taking over this injured ankle? Oh,
goodness.
There's some dancing happening.
I think that might have been a ruse here, folks. He might have been playing possum. Goodness.
Both men taking advantage of this no disqualification rule. Oh, the chair is already out.
My goodness. Foreign objects going flying.
Does this ruin Ricky's plan here?
You got to think he wanted to use that chair to his advantage, but currently he's taking a seat. Goodness, folks. Salsa taking a commanding lead of this match. Got everything seemingly under control. Steel cage don't bother him. Wow.
I think Ricky's in over his head here.
He definitely seems to be underwater, but look at that smart maneuvering.
Already going for the door. Nope, been caught by the Salsa King.
You know, he's a devious mind, but there still is a good amount of gray matter in there trying to figure out how to win this match in the easiest way possible. But right now he's getting put through his paces the hard way via the Salsa King. Ooh, what a chop.
These men have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. It's all in the ring.
They are locked in there, surrounded by steel. Oh. Every time they hit the ropes, they get greeted by some alloy. Oh, but look at Pretty Ricky again, calling for that door to be open. Again, folks, you don't have to walk through it. You can crawl through it, and you'll still win as long as your feet touch the outside of the ring.
2 feet down, that's all you need. Get out that door, put your feet down.
Salsa King seems he doesn't want to win this match. He wants some punishment. He wants to dole out. Oh.
See, now I feel Ricky wasn't fully ready for this, imagining that the Salsa King could not fight today.
Most certainly. His game plan was just to walk out. Open that door, maybe throw Salsa King some kicks while he's down, and get out of there. And retain a championship you never won. But this is brutality, and that's the name of the game today. Look at that, Salsa King. Testing the strength of this steel. Ooh.
Too much testing.
My goodness, talk about testing. After that.
Always got to keep your eye on your opponent here, no matter where you are.
Goodness. One must think that Salsa King's ankle received some damage after that beating from Mr. Black and Pretty Ricky some months ago, but so far not seeming too worse for the Warrior. Definitely getting throttled by Pretty Ricky.
It'll be interesting to see how Ricky manages without the help of Mr. Black this time.
No friends in that steel cage, just you, your opponent, and an official. Oh boy. Pretty Ricky means business now. Oh boy, folks. I don't know if you've ever had some Parmesan cheese on your pasta, but that's what it's becoming. Salsa King's head as it grates against that chain link fence.
Using that cage as another weapon, something you don't think about.
Most certainly. Again, it's that devious mind. Oh. Right hands. Pretty Ricky seems to have found his footing. Chance of ugly Ricky. Feel that. Rainhard Brewing and Shacklands Brewing again. You would normally just be thrown out of the ring there, maybe be able to land on your feet. But here, it's straight into steel.
And I'll tell you, I was in there. That's hard steel, very little give.
Gotta stop buying that soft steel, T-Bernie. I know that you get a better deal when you buy that soft steel, but hard steel is what you want, and that's what's in this ring.
Tell me about it. I don't have a house anymore.
Unbelievable action here, folks. Pretty Ricky really dominating now. You got to think, again, T-Bernie, like you said, he had a game plan in hand, which is just to brutalize an injured man, and he's doing it anyhow.
Well, here's with the no disqualifications, you can do whatever you want in there. Ricky's got him in a chokehold with some tape now.
Pretty Ricky always seems to have a lot of tape on his wrists, just for this occasion.
Perhaps Salsa King wasn't quite as healthy as he pretended at the start.
Most certainly, yeah. Maybe he's just trying to mask some injuries, trying to put on a brave face. Pretty Ricky. He's been soaking that tea bag t-shirt of his.
You never like to see this.
No. Insult to injury. I think he passed out just by the...
I'll tell you, I want to pass out here, just from what I'm seeing.
My goodness. Again, his name's Pretty, but we didn't guarantee it would be pretty here, folks.
Thank you so much. Open the door.
And see, unlike Freedom, Ricky doesn't care whether the crowd loves him or not.
Nope. He loves himself, and that's all that matters.
There goes Ricky. The match is up. Nope. Salsa King is back.
Holding on. He needs to ensure that... Oh, goodness.
Well, the chair was left by the side of the ring. How convenient.
Goodness. Pretty Ricky finding ways, even without Mr. Black, to do some dastardly things.
That's going to hurt. You can't salsa dance your way out of a broken back.
No, you most certainly can't.
People are cheering for you.
Andy Stripers might be doing some dance moves when they visit you in the hospital, but that's all he's going to get.
Things are looking glum here for the Salsa King, but
Yikes.
filthy stuff here.
Folks, Salsa King agreed for this match. That's how much he wanted the South American Championship back. I think he might be having some regrets. But grinding into the ankle.
Looking at that injured angle, both.
Providing that angle of destruction to that scar tissue there for Salsa King.
It's a good tactic here because Ricky will guarantee Salsa King cannot climb the cage with an injured ankle.
Taking away one of the paths to victory here for Salsa King. Again, Pretty Ricky could just walk out that door any moment now, but he seems to want to implement a great deal of pain on his opponent. Truly brutal here, folks. That brutality.
I'm going to say it. Ricky looks like he was born to fight in a cage.
Yep. He's got that look about him for sure, that high pony. Calling for the door again. I think he's confident in the victory.
The door's open. Throwing it away.
He's just taking his time. He doesn't care.
Stepping out.
Oh, Salsa King. Not giving up on that South American Championship. Grabbing Pretty Ricky by the tassels even to keep him inside that steel cage. Oh, boy. Ooh.
Salsa King's face is going to be a real disaster at the end of this.
Oh, goodness. Well, he almost went through the steel cage at that point. Goodness. Look at that disrespect, folks.
Will we see Ricky try to climb with his cage? Yeah, it appears to be.
Wow. I never
up with the
expected
door.
it. Never expect Pretty Ricky to do anything, a little bit extra other than his personality.
He's over. This could be it. Oh.
Again, Salsa King just showing his perseverance.
You got to be confident if you're going to climb that cage because you're in a compromising position now, which Ricky finds himself in.
Both men teetering against steel. One way out, you get the asphalt. The other way, you get a back full of mat. Wow.
That's the danger, trying to climb that cage.
Incredible stuff there, folks. Salsa King mustering strength, seemingly from nowhere.
Ricky quivering. Perhaps a nerve has been activated.
Oh, involuntary motions, that's definitely a sign of it. Even just his ego being damaged can cause convulsions in Pretty Ricky.
We have some chance of Let's Go Salsa from the crowd here.
He is the
spot now.
Goodness. He's the king of the salsa dance floor, but will he be the monarch of the mat today? Tough to say. He's having a hard time getting to that vertical base after all that damage. Pretty Ricky still seems slightly fresher. Trading blows here. Oh.
To be fair, Ricky has dominated this match so far.
Most certainly has, but just like the way your server at a Mexican restaurant brings you salsa as soon as you finish it, it seems like Salsa King has replenished his bowl. Look at.
Oh, there's some dancing starting. He's trying to do some salsa dancing.
Feel the rhythm.
Crowd getting. Ricky paying no attention to the dancing. He just wants to.
No, he just wants to pummel.
Yep. Beat him up. That's the point here, folks.
It is brutality, folks.
Oh, Salsa King now.
Wow, jumping knee after all that he's taken on that ankle. And another. Oh, but he seems like he's feeling a little bit worse from wear. A little bit of a pogo action there, folks. Oh.
This is the point where Ricky, cowardly, as we know, would leave the ring, walk around a bit, try to get his stuff back.
We'll definitely get a little bit of a replenishing, maybe talk to Mr. Black, but there is no Mr. Black in that steel cage. Oh! Incredible super kick right to the chin. That's it, folks. Pretty Ricky is going to be seeing stars for days.
You just need that couple seconds to get a jump on your opponent and get out of that cage.
Again, that's the way you win, folks, but these two men, they seem to want to be settling a score. This is about more than just winning the match and getting the South American Championship. It's proving a point.
Here goes Salsa King trying to climb that cage again. Will he make it this time? Ricky failed last time.
He's got one leg over already. Remember, both feet have to touch the ground.
He's got to be tired. That's his bad ankle now. Can he put enough pressure on it to climb the cage?
Just needs to get out of there.
Perhaps he's thinking should have chose the door.
Oh, I don't know what he's thinking now, folks. Oh, goodness. I don't know what he's thinking.
Off the top of the cage.
This is not a good idea, folks. Wow!
That is incredible stuff.
Incredible. Salsa King sent his body flying off that steel cage.
I didn't think we were going to see it today, and there it was.
Both men seeming to take damage from that one, though, folks. That's just the nature of the beast. High risk, potentially high reward, potentially high damage.
Ricky seems to be out. He's convulsing, kissing the mat.
They're going to have to get a forklift to carry Ricky out of there. He is cooked.
The door's been opened. This seems like a free exit for Salsa King here. Dancing his way to freedom.
But look at it. Still that high-risk maneuver. Definitely showing pain and all that ankle damage. He can barely get himself out. The door is open. He just needs to swing his feet out.
Ricky comes back to life.
Yikes.
Right in the pico de gallo.
Most certainly. The jalapenos have never been spicier, folks. Look at Pretty Ricky somehow managing the strength to try to climb this cage. Unbelievable, folks. You know, dastardly deeds and all, he still is an incredible athlete. Can he do it?
Neither man giving up here. Neither want to see the other one out of that cage. They want both. They want the belts.
Most certainly, they want that South American Championship. Pretty Ricky wants to win it for the first time, even though he's been carrying it around. Look at that, they're both teetering on the brink of destruction here, folks, with this steel cage. Bending, flexing. Oh. You know, they say the apron's the hardest part of the ring. I think it's that steel cage. Oh.
Using that cage for leverage has got to add an extra bit of force.
Most certainly. Oh.
Flying up.
Wow. I think that might be it. You know, again, he could win by pinfall. He could win by submission. But they just need to get out of this cage to win. Pretty Ricky again, realizing where he is, realizing the easy way out.
Who's going over? Ricky,
who's going to make it out first, folks?
What's going to happen here? They're both reaching. Salsa King has done it!
He has reclaimed
your winner of the match and still South American Heavyweight Champion, Salsa King!
Salsa King has reclaimed his championship that he never lost. We should say in truly dramatic and exciting fashion here, folks. What an event! Brutality has shaped up to be our first steel cage match, but not our last steel cage match. We've got another one coming for you.
Now, without further ado, is everyone ready for your main event this afternoon? I said, is everyone ready for your main event? Our main event today is brought to you by Shacklands Brewing Company. The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the Junction City Wrestling Classic Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Kurdistan, weighing in at 275 pounds, the beast from the Middle East, Boo!
Here we go, folks. This one's for all the marbles. Even those really big ones you throw at the other marbles, it's for those as well. It's the Classic Championship, which Mr. Black won here in June under questionable circumstances, crushing the face of Karou with the Classic Championship itself. Of course, Mr. Black was aided by the man we just saw lost, or let's say give up, the South American Championship, Pretty Ricky. But Pretty Ricky can't help Mr. Black today.
And his opponents, making his way to the ring, weighing in at 222 pounds, from Toronto, Ontario, the Junction City Wrestling Classic Champion, Mr. Black.
The only person Mr. Black can rely on today is himself, because he's going to be trapped inside a steel cage. No friends, only foes between those four walls of steel. Well, also Brandon Doty, who's our official, not a foe, not a friend either. An impartial judge. Goodness, the disrespect for Mr. Black. But he's going to have to respect these steel walls, because there's no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way you can win this one is through pinfall, submission, or escaping the ring.
I don't know how we're going to match the excitement of the ending of that last match, but these two men will provide adequate entertainment.
Already, like two freight trains going off the rails, colliding into each other.
Two men prepared to fight in a cage. No disqualifications, no countouts.
No friends to help them, right? There's no Pretty Ricky sneaking his way into that thing. It's a locked steel cage. He had enough time trying to get out of it. Ooh, big chops. You gotta think with these two big men, we're gonna see exactly what this show promised. Brutality.
No holds barred. Already using the cage to his full advantage, Karou.
Goodness.
Wanting his championship belt back.
You could say his forehead is being barred right now as he gets rammed into some steel bars. Oh, goodness.
This is how you want to see these two men do it. In a cage. Nowhere to go.
There's no excuses, folks. There's no rules almost. There's a path to victory, 3 different ways. Standing in the way of that path is Mr. Black and Karou. Oh. Truly brutal, folks, to start this off. You know both men don't want to spend too much time getting bashed against that shade, just like we saw. This is one of those things that can alter your career forever.
You could be in the best shape of your life. You hit that cage wrong, it's finished.
Exactly. That's why you don't see a steel cage every match. There's too much on the line, but sometimes it's how you need to decide.
Mr. Black now using that cage to his full advantage, like Karou did earlier.
Look at that. Karou springing off the ropes and into the cage with each clothesline from the back. Whoa. Karou just hitting that mat like a sack of potatoes. Look at that, trying to go for the pinfall. Again, you can win by pinfall, folks. Submission or escaping the cage, either over the top or through the door.
I think both these men are used to pinfalls. They want to assert their dominance by escaping that cage.
Yeah, I mean, the pin that Mr. Black tried to place on Karou was truly disrespectful. Just a single foot. Look at that front face lock. What's he going to do here? Oh, look at the power of Karou. Mr. Black's not a small man, and he just got whipped into that chain link.
Raking the back against the cage.
Karou could have gone through the door there, but he says no. Oh.
I don't know how much more this cage can handle.
I know, that's a Karou chain link sandwich there with Mr. Black as the meat. Karou trying to climb to the top here. This is incredible, folks.
I think we all want to see this happen. Everyone here wants to see the big man go over the top.
If you see his head, you know, sort of blocked, it's by a cloud. He's that high in the air. Obscured by clouds here, Karou and Mr. Black climb into the sky.
Again, the top of this cage gives a whole new level of leverage that you can never seen before.
It's truly incredible stuff here, folks. Our second ever cage match at Junction City Wrestling, 2 in a row. Mr. Black going for the pin again, but I think Karou is going to need a little bit more to keep him down. Wow, look at the strength of Mr. Black. Incredible fireman's carry pickup. What's he going to do? I think he's looking at that. Oh, yikes.
It's got to be.
Wow. Folks, we have seen some incredible things. We've seen Karou persevere, but I can't believe he kicked out of that. I honestly cannot believe what we are seeing. The intestinal fortitude from Karou. He wants that classic championship back. He's at it for nearly 2 years. And to lose it in the circumstances he did, you know he's got to be hurting. Oof.
Very little time for either man to catch their breath here.
No, there's nowhere to go. You can't walk out and, you know, draw the count from being outside the ring. There is no outside the ring right now. Oof. Look at those clotheslines. Truly brutal match here, folks. But that's what a steel cage inspires. Oh, stomps in the corner.
Karou blocking the door here. No one can use it now.
Nope, certainly, but you can still climb out of that cage. Mr. Black trying to make his way out, but Karou returning to that vertical base, punishing him for even trying. Oh, goodness.
This
is going to be bad news here. Oh, off the cage, into the mat.
Double back.
Goodness.
Your back is hurting from being raked against the steel, and then right on the mat. It can't be good.
I think it's all that Mr. Black can take. If we see him stand up after that, I don't know, folks. Remember, there's no countouts. There's only pinfalls, submissions, and getting out of there.
Karou moving towards the door, it appears here. Nope.
Both men showing the punishment from this match already. No love lost here, folks.
You want to make sure you're in complete control before trying to escape that cage.
Most certainly don't want to be dragged back in, thrown into the cage, get your head against those posts. That's why Karou is just feeding him with those rights. He wants to make sure that no one even disputes why he's the classic champion. But Mr. Black still might have something to say about it, if he can speak at all after getting his jaw rammed into a chain link fence. Karou trying to climb up. So Mr. Black trying to climb up to his vertical base. Ooh, very hard when you get chain link to the face to get any kind of... Oh, goodness, folks. Oh, how is that only a 2.5 count? Folks, we have seen some incredible action in Junction City Wrestling over the years, but again, we've never seen something this brutal at Brutality.
I don't know how a human body takes this.
It's truly unbelievable. You got to think, folks, that's chain link. You ever try to climb those while you're escaping the authorities? I know I have. It's not fun. Karou looking for that classic choke slam, maybe an Uranagi here. Oh, reversal. Mr. Black out of nowhere. How did he even muster the strength? The awareness. Oh, wow. What a clothesline. Going for that pinfall. Ooh. 2 3/4 there, folks. It's getting closer and closer.
Mr. Black arguing, thought it was 3. It's close.
Brandon Doherty, of course, what a long-time official here at Junction City Wrestling. He's not going to miss a count in a championship match, especially not one inside a steel cage. He's a danger as well here, folks. Mr. Black says, I've had enough of this. He's trying to get out of there. Yep.
Escape while you can.
There he goes.
The pressure on the body climbing that cage after taking a beating
Can you imagine all that lactic acid built up? Oh, no. This has got to be painful.
Mr. Black almost out of the ring here, but Karou catches him at the last second.
Think about all that stress on Mr. Black's shoulder as Karou pulls down on him, trying to pull him back into that cage. Oh, no.
This is not going to be good for Mr. Black.
Folks, we've seen superplexes before, but this is a super steel plex potentially here, folks. I don't know. I don't know if he can take it. Oh, my gosh.
Incredible stuff.
I thought he was going to go straight through the ring, folks.
The cage is its own weapon. You got to use it.
Unbelievable scenes here at Junction City Wrestling Brutality, but that might have been too much for both men to stand. Truly incredible. The crowd going wild for these two athletes in the ring here, but who will come out and be the classic champion?
Devastating for Mr. Black, who thought he was free and clear, thought he was winning, and then all of a sudden back in the ring.
But what's this, folks? Talk about devastating. Pretty Ricky took a devastating loss. Who's opening the door? He's not allowed to. They're not allowed in.
Sending in Ahmed and Abu. This is not part of the match here.
This is unbelievable, folks. This is a steel cage match. They should be locked. Pretty Ricky probably using some dastardly tactics to sway the officials, but oh no. 3-on-1 in a steel cage. I can't even imagine.
Karou doesn't even know yet. He's going to open up his eyes and be very surprised.
Folks, this is unbelievable scenes here at Brutality.
Oh! What is this?
Talk about a reversal of fortune.
Abu and Ahmed hitting Mr. Black, knocking him down. This is not what we expected.
My goodness.
Oh, and now hitting Ricky.
Super kicks all around.
A sure thing, Ricky thought, now turns in his face, literally.
They're locked in with him, folks. Look at that. Wow.
Choke slam.
Just when we thought it was all over. Incredible.
Your winner of the match and new Junction City Wrestling Classic Champion, the Beast from the Middle East, Karou!
With some assistance from Ahmed and Abu, KPK, Karou gets that Classic Championship back. We all thought things had turned for the worse for Karou there when Pretty Ricky brought some assistance. He couldn't assist himself, of course, because he had taken a shellacking inside that steel cage. But ultimately, Karou has some friends that we did not know about. Are we seeing the start of a stable here, folks? Karou here proves to be the victor in our second ever steel cage match. Mr. Black loses the Classic Championship that again he won under pretty dastardly circumstances. Karou standing tall. Mr. Black barely moving at all. Folks, Brutality served what the titles promised. A brutal match after brutal match, capped off by two steel cage confrontations. It was almost a steel tag there with Ahmed and Abu coming to the rescue of Karou. Mr. Black still waylaid. Folks, he's able to make it to his feet. Give a round of applause for Mr. Black.
Well, that brings us to the end of Brutality. Did you all have a good time?